Hi, my name is Ariel Dodson, and when I was 18 years old, I was given the life-changing diagnosis of borderline personality disorder. Now, today I thought that I would just make a video on what my personal experience is and what I feel like those who end up being our partners go through and experience themselves. Now, I have been with a few different people that have also been with somebody else that had borderline personality disorder, and I have heard that it is draining, mentally draining, it is life-changing, and a lot of them seem to be very traumatized. And what I personally believe is that we are very, very manipulative, but we do it subconsciously. There has never been a moment in my life where I have tried to be manipulative on purpose. Does that excuse it? No. Does that mean that it's not my fault? No. It is very much so my fault. However, we don't do it in a malicious way. At least I never did, anyways. We have an extreme, and I mean an extreme, fear of abandonment. And a lot of the time, the fear of abandonment is perceived because of our childhood trauma. But perceiving anything as, hey, I'm going to be abandoned, that leads to erratic thinking, to fear of abandonment, to impulsivity, and then eventually we are abandoned. Because needy, clingy, manipulative, and obsessive behaviors is not something that is tolerable in a relationship. Because think about it. Why would somebody want to manipulate somebody? Why? To get something out of that other person that we need. And when I mean that we are manipulative, I mean that when something goes wrong in the relationship and our partner does not think, does not act, does not respond in a way that makes us feel comfortable inside, that makes us feel like they still want us, it is like a fear of death. Being abandoned feels like death to us because of the trauma that we experienced growing up. And this leads to us acting out in a suicidal manner. Whenever I have done it, I was genuinely in that much pain where I wanted to hurt myself. I wanted the pain to end. If this person doesn't want to be with me, then what is the point of living? What is the point of my existence? However, I was also subconsciously trying to manipulate that other person into doing and thinking and feeling in a way that would cause me comfort and calm. Hey, if I act suicidal, maybe they won't leave. Hey, if I cut myself, maybe they won't leave. But no, it normally always backfires. At first, maybe it gets tolerated, but as time goes on, the other person that we are in a relationship with tends to pick up on, hey, this is abusive, this is clingy, and this is manipulative, and this is not healthy. I have been left several different times in my life because of my borderline personality disorder and my manipulative suicidal behaviors. But one of the very last times that it happened to me, this person really did care for me. And this person tried to explain to me, I do not want to be somebody's primary source of living. It is too much. You cannot put that on somebody. I cannot go through this anymore. This is manipulative. They didn't say this is manipulative, but this person had experienced something like this before. And you're just like, I'm not being abused again. I'm not going through this again. And in that moment, I thought, whatever I am doing is not attracting love into my life. Whatever I am doing is blocking love from coming into my life. And it was that moment in time where I thought, okay, I can be impulsive. I can act impulsive. I can say impulsive things. I can scream. I can cry. I can hurt myself. Or I can take in what this person is saying and stay calm. And I started to realize, until I can go inside and figure out what is the main root of my borderline personality disorder, what is causing my childhood trauma to come back up again and reflect that out into my life, a relationship with a man is literally almost useless. Yes, it protects the everlasting fear of being alone. It fills the void of emptiness that we feel, the hollowness that is chronic within our lives. But it doesn't fix the underlying issue. And that is why when you come from a place of not being whole and complete, a relationship is not going to fix that. And you are just going to project your childhood trauma onto that person, and you are going to get that reflection back. Until you can go inside and fix the roots of what trauma caused, what specific trauma caused your borderline personality disorder, your fear of abandonment. You're going to project that reality back onto yourself, because all reality is a reflection of what is going on in your subconscious mind. I have had to learn this several different times within my life. And when you think about it, and I am not angry at anybody that has ever left due to my manipulative suicidal behaviors, because that is abusive. Whenever somebody doesn't think or act in a specific way that you want, and you start acting, hey, I'm going to hurt myself if you don't do what I want, that is abusive. And I've had to realize, until I can stop that behavior, a relationship with a man is not going to be healthy. And this is something that I have had to learn time and time again, even after being very aware of everything that I am doing, and after being aware of the trauma that I have experienced that is causing this to happen. After this happening so many times and trying to go out and find myself, I still have not been able to find the root of what is going on. And I have come to terms that until I can fix, solve, meditate, let go of the trauma that I experienced that causes my fear of abandonment, a relationship is never going to be healthy. I couldn't imagine being in love with somebody with borderline personality disorder. I just couldn't. I can only imagine that is exhausting, painful, and yeah, I could not imagine. I cannot imagine probably some of the pain that I've caused with the people that have been associated with me before. But yeah, whenever somebody has really tried to explain to me, I can't be your primary source of living, of wanting to go on, it has always made sense to me. Because somebody wants to be in a relationship with somebody that is already whole and complete. Nobody wants to be in a relationship with somebody that they have to fix. And as sad as that is, it is true. Nobody wants to be with somebody that is emotionally unstable. Because being in a relationship with somebody with BPD is probably like being on a roller coaster, because we are always on a roller coaster within our emotions. So I just couldn't imagine the abuse and the manipulation that some people have experienced from people with borderline personality disorder. I've always thought to myself, I'm so much better than the other people, these people that some of my partners have been with. I'm not abusive. But then I started to realize, hey, maybe it's not as bad as what some other people have done with borderline personality disorder. But I am still abusive. I am still manipulative. I am still clingy. And until I can stop that behavior, I'm just going to constantly be in this cycle of fear of abandonment. And then that person actually leaves because they can feel that fear of abandonment. And then it's a big, huge, huge cycle. And I have been taking the steps, the beginning steps to realize these things and to try and find myself as a person through the trauma, through the experiences that I've had to endure. And I realized that a relationship was not going to fix that. Yes, it would quench the fear of being alone. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to talk about what my experience is with what I think that I have caused other people to experience, and what I think that people who become in a relationship with us, what they suffer and what they go through. Yeah, I hope my words of advice can help somebody out there that is looking for love in a wrong way, to fix a void that is not going to actually fix. And until you can find yourself and heal the inner childhood wounds that you experience, a relationship, at least for me anyway, is just going to reflect back that childhood trauma. All right. That's all I've got to say for now. Bye.